I know the danger I'm in if I continue to talk. And when I say this, just like when I used to say about the Matrix and how they lied to us all during COVID, people didn't believe me. I want people to understand the situation I am currently in. I am the most popular person on the planet amongst the masculine youth, which is the most feared demographic of any country, of any nation. You need them heavily psyoped for a few reasons. One, if a bunch of masculine youth get together, it's not a demonstration, it's a revolution. That's the first thing. If women start complaining with picket boards, it's a demonstration. If masculine youth get together, it's a revolution.
Then you're dangerous because you don't even have a country.
Correct. All of them. Across the country, across the world.
So they probably thought you were a terrorist.
Well, I could be. And that's what they're afraid of. So let's continue. So I have the number one demographic the Matrix needs to psyop. One, because of the revolutionary thing. Two, because you need them. They're the backbone of the slave force. You need them to build the roads. You need them to do the real work for low pay. They're the backbone of the slave force. They do the worst, hardest jobs for the shittest money, and they're the most depressed and most unhappy, and the women don't want to date them because they ain't got a Lambo, and they're sitting there depressed and unhappy, working their ass off, paying their taxes. You need those men psyoped. You don't want me coming along saying there's another way. And third, you need them to die in the military. You need these people. And I'm sitting here speaking to the exact people they don't want me speaking to. UK schools have banned me. My name cannot be mentioned in school in the UK or you get detention, you get punished.
What are you talking about?
My name can't be banned. Google, Andrew Tate banned English schools. In England, if a child or a student says my name, they are reprimanded.
That doesn't make sense to me. How is there so much garbage in the world that is legitimately evil? And you could talk about it. Let me give an example. I don't think any man or woman should ever have the right to have their voice be taken. Let me give an example. I love Jesus. But if somebody came up to me, flick me off and be like, F your God, blah, 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 this and that. Guess what? Hey, man, that's okay.
Yeah.
You have every right to say that.
Yeah.
So how is it even allowed?
Well, that's the thing. So we go down this path where we talk about how
is the mass not seeing that? That's a huge problem.
Well, this is the thing, and this is why I talk about the fact that I'm afraid of assassination, and some people think I'm exaggerating. I'm banned from being discussed in British schools. They feel like my name being mentioned in and of itself is detrimental, and they ban my entire name. The problem is this. If I have huge control over the masculine youth, which the Matrix fear, I'm banned from schools. I'm discussed in UK Parliament as a problem. You get to a certain point, and there is a level you can reach which is considered a national security threat. You just said terrorism. National security threats. Do you know what happens once you're deemed a national security threat? All bets are off.
Yeah, they're going to murder you.
All bets are off. If you're a national security threat, they just shoot you. If a terrorist turns up, what do? You shoot him, right? So I'm teetering on the edge of national security threat, and I'm trying very hard not to. I'm going on podcasts and talking about God, motivation, doing the right thing, working hard, respecting your parents, loving your woman. I'm talking about all the good things, but I'm in this situation now where I'm so immensely popular. When I was in jail, people started planning demonstrations and riots, and from jail, I was like, no, don't do that. If people start burning buildings, they're never going to let me out.
Yeah.
They're going to keep me in there forever. Like, no, just write emails happily. Like, just stop.
Happily, too. Happily.
But it's true. You know, it's scary. You're
but
in this
also,
position.
you want to teach men how to do it the right way. And I think when people are like, we got to fight for this cause, let's burn this lady's car.
Yeah.
To me, that's ridiculous.
Of course.
I don't know how we even got to a place where rioting is even a thing But
this is another thing that's scary about power and influence, right? If I were to send a message on Twitter right now with a location and say, I'm going to be there in 2 days, with no promotion, no money, I wouldn't have to build a sexy video, nothing. There would be thousands and thousands of boys there. Is there one idiot? Probably. Is there one moron? I bet. Of course there is. There's a more. If you get a group of anybody, you're going to get one moron. Yeah. If that moron does something wrong, and he's been at my rally a few weeks before, whose fault is it?
Dude, I just said this, and I got smoke for saying this. When Kai had his meetup, I wasn't angry at Kai, but I was trying to let them know that famous people nowadays have a little bit more access because we could just go straight to the phone. If you're in the 90s, TV shows, you watch them on the sitcom. But now because we could just dial right into your phone, if Kai goes, hey, I'm going to be in New York. Now, he never said burn New York. He never said break the cars. He never told anybody to do that. In fact, he wanted to just show up and have a great time with the people that love him. He had a great heart for it. But he has to take responsibility for that because none of those problems would have happened if he didn't tweet, I'm going to be there.
Yeah. And that's the thing, right? So you have that level of responsibility to a degree is scary. And Kai, he's young, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's young, yeah.
But he's, by the way, great kid. And people were getting so mad and saying that I'm a huge fan of Kai.
Yeah, yeah.
I love his content.
Yeah.
I love his heart. Every time I see him, he has a great smile. And he's a great soul. I was just saying, you have to be, with great power comes what?
Great responsibility.
Okay.
That's right. Yeah, no, and you're completely right. So then you have to tie all that in. So I am scared about the fact that someday someone's going to say, you know what, this guy's causing too much problems or he has too much influence. Can he just...
Why wouldn't they do
Can he
that
just
already?
crash his car? Can his jet just crash? Can we just get rid of this guy? Because it fixes a lot of issues. And then you have to sit and say, is my life worth more than the trouble I'm causing to these people? They don't give a shit about me. They don't give a shit about anybody. So you do get to a position where it's scary. And then you have to sit and decide, well, do I want to sell my soul to the devil and cuck? Or do I want to just shut up and disappear, which is also cucking? Or do you want to live for something? And do you want to die as a name as opposed to a number?